The film opens with a woman named Ezgi. She has a husband and child. Her life seems perfect, with an intact family and a perfect financial situation. Ezgi's every wish is always fulfilled by her husband. Like most housewives, she takes care of her family every day and then takes her child to school. We remind you that this film has two separate but interconnected plots, but this time we will only discuss one, which we find the most exciting. One day, upon arriving at the school gate, Ezgi notices a new guard. The young man's name is Kemal. He continues to watch Ezgi every day. Who knows what Kemal is thinking? One day, when Ezgi picks up her child, Kemal secretly follows her home. Ezgi realizes she's being followed and peeks through the window to find out the young man's purpose. That evening, Ezgi chatted with her husband while relaxing. There, Ezgi's husband told her about an incident he had experienced earlier that afternoon. He had witnessed a bank being robbed, but fortunately, the police arrived just in time and managed to thwart the robbery. Ezgi also wanted to tell her husband about what had happened that afternoon, but she chose to hold back. A few days later, Ezgi returned to school with her child, but she didn't see Kemal as usual. Ezgi then went to the principal's office and reported what had happened that day. Unfortunately, the school couldn't punish someone without solid evidence. Furthermore, Ezgi hadn't experienced any incidents, wasn't hurt, or touched in the slightest. It's possible that Kemal had the same goal as Ezgi, which is why he followed the same path. Unable to receive any help from the school, Ezgi left and decided to return home. But instead, she met Kemal, who told her she was beautiful and sweet. Without a word, Ezgi went inside and closed the door. That evening, Ezgi and her husband had dinner with her husband's co-workers. They discussed business and work-related matters. This also made Ezgi visibly upset and feel neglected. At the same time, she thought about Kemal, so she decided to leave there and meet Kemal. They then make out for the first time. What's really going on? Is it true that just by being praised as beautiful, Ezgi can do that? Could it be that Ezgi had hidden issues with her husband? However, what is clear is that after that incident, Ezgi visited Kemal's house more often and invited him to repeat the incident from yesterday. Ezgi even made food for Kemal. Even when she was with Kemal, Ezgi seemed to forget her responsibilities. She forgot to pick up her child from school, forcing her husband to do so. When she got home, Ezgi acted normal, as if nothing had happened. The next day, while dropping her child off at school, Ezgi met Kemal again, but another school guard was suspicious of their stares. It seemed like something was off between them. After that, Ezgi invited Kemal to walk together like a couple. Afterward, Ezgi invited Kemal to come home and be intimate there, while her husband wasn't home. Unfortunately, her husband came home early. Kemal was almost caught, but instead, he knocked Ezgi's husband unconscious by banging his head against the door. After that, Ezgi and Kemal fled, and Ezgi never returned home. Her husband tried to find Ezgi until one night he saw Ezgi's car parked in front of the hotel. Ezgi's husband then asked the hotel guard where the car belonged. The guard then told him the room number where Ezgi was staying. Ezgi's husband headed to the room, and when Ezgi emerged, without a word, he killed her that very moment. Unfortunately, Kemal wasn't there. He was outside the building and saw Ezgi's husband's car parked there. He also heard the sound of gunfire coming from the room they were staying in. Frightened, he sought safety and immediately fled the scene. Since then, Kemal has not been seen, and Ezgi's husband is now alone with their child. We remind you again that this film has two different plots, so please watch the full film because it will be more exciting. That's the plot of our film this time. We hope you enjoyed it, and see you again in the next one.